In 2003, Nintendo let Treasure create a 3D adventure starring Wario, Mario's rival who had been limited to 2D until this point and after. But was this game made by Treasure any good? The title screen music in this game immediately sets the tone for the rest of the game, both sonically and thematically. Just listen to this pause music. It's off-putting, but also fitting for the rest of the game. The story of this game is a classic Mario-esque tale. The Black Jewel, who is the main villain of this game, turns all of Wario's treasures into monsters. Thankfully, the plot doesn't matter terribly much. It just makes enough sense to not be distracting from the gameplay. The game is split into 4 worlds and a final boss. Each world is a level boss, boss format. The game is built around getting the required amount of red diamonds in a level to get to the boss, and then defeating said boss. The way you get these red diamonds are through trapdoors that you go throughout the regular parts of the level that Wario has to fight through. These red diamond levels are either puzzles or platforming segments. They vary in difficulty but are generally fun. These red diamond segments are about half of each level, with the other half being the overworld, which has enemies that Wario must get through. Wario has a fun and varied moveset. His moveset revolves around knocking out an enemy and then grabbing them. From here, he can either power throw them, spin them around, or slam them. The problem with this moveset is that it allows Wario to get through large waves of enemies without any thought. The non-boss enemies are extremely easy to get through, making parts of the level a slog. The collectibles in this game are varied. The most common type is the coin. Coins are used for avoiding game overs and buying garlic, which can give you an extra heart. You can lose coins in the zone that you go into after falling off the ledge. In this zone, you have to search crates for a spring in increasingly complicated maps. Next, we have gold statues. Collect all the ones in a single level and get an extra half heart. I did not know about this until after I beat the game. Spritlings are little helpers that you need to find in each level to get particular endings at the end of the game. Spoiler alert, but there are multiple endings in this game, and the amount of spritlings you get decides what ending you get. I got the second best ending without even knowing to look for spritlings. Finally, we have Wario's treasures. Find them all in a single level and get one WarioWare minigame for the Game Boy Advance. Not very useful if you either have the game or don't have a GBA link. The bosses are this game's specialty. There are 13 bosses in this game, despite the game only being 6 hours long. The frequency of bosses makes them less special. Despite this, each boss is unique and different, with only a few being frustrating. The clown one, though, was extremely frustrating. The clown head seemed to charge at you right as you began to pick up the enemy and throw him. The second to last boss in the game, the pirate one, was extremely exciting. Despite taking so many of my lives, I never felt frustrated. The final boss, due to some of the mechanics in this game, was underwhelming. Because coins let you skip death, I grinded for 3 minutes for extra coins and got enough coins for 3 extra lives. This allowed me to play brain dead and still easily beat the final boss. You just have to dash into 5 crystals and then through the boss. After my disappointment, I googled to see if anyone else thought the end of the game was underwhelming, and learned that the Japanese version, which was released shortly after the North American one, has a second phase of the final boss. Now, whether or not this was because of the extra time they had, or the perceived ability of the different regions is unclear. Still disappointed this wasn't in the original version, though. Wario World shows a few key concepts Nintendo should revisit. 1. An unathletic character can make a good 3D platformer. 2. Other companies can make decent games when given Nintendo properties. And 3. Wario can make a good game protagonist. I'm giving this game a 7 out of 10.